Good evening and welcome back to Valkyrie Flight. I'm Bazag, your GM and Trek. I'm sorry, I just couldn't get the word Trek Lord out of my mouth right then because, well, I'm Baz.
Because it's
So,
silly.
yes. As you can tell right here, we're ready to go in Starfleet Command. So let's start by seeing what's up with Lorin in Lorin's office. It's just a quick rundown of what happened. Just having a quick cool down after the Borg invasion. Things haven't gone so well for some of the people. Monica Doggett died, former DTI agent and a mentor for Ted, whom he went to the funeral. A few other things. Involving, particularly one involving Keegan, a Section 31 agent who had made themselves known to Ted back on Riser, has also made himself known on Starfleet Command. So, we'll start off just before Ted rushes off to makes his plans, and which he was going to see Lorin, but then rushes off down to San Francisco to confront Keegan. So we'll start with Lorin. What have you been doing for the past few hours?
Loren would have been setting up, would be going over his schedules and having called different people to his office and setting up new schedules and new interviews. And he'd be at the point where he's trying to set up things so that he can see anybody or really anyone on the ship who needs to come and see him and talk to him about their feelings, anxieties, anything because of what happened with recently with the Borg.
Okay, so you do get the hail on your com badge. You agree to have a immediate meeting with the captain. So how are you going to prepare for that?
Um, Preparing for that, he's going to put away his Ted meme cup and he's going to straighten up his office, and then he's going to wait.
Alright, so 5 minutes have come and gone, and things are starting to drag on, and he still hasn't arrived. At what point
Uh,
do you start to chase things up?
oh, like if he's not knowing how long it would take to get to the his office, he'd probably wait about 5 to 7 minutes, and then he would tap his com badge and try and hail the captain.
Alright, so Ted, what have you done with your com badge?
Ted, you're muted.
Yeah, I know. I'd probably still have it, but I'm trying to decide whether or not I'd actually be taking anything right now.
Alright, so you do get the beep on your com badge. Are you going to reply? You've just been down to San Francisco, and you're about 3 minutes into about a 10-minute walk.
Yeah, I assume I'm like standing by like a koi pond or something.
Yeah, well, you sort of walk into shop by along a brick path, gardens both by your side, nice trees, a small little pond.
Like I stop in my tracks and I close my eyes and I just kind of sigh deeply and remind myself this isn't like a mistake. I'm rushing headlong into a situation that I know is dangerous, and it's just I'm being an idiot again. And I walk onto the grass and I walk over to the nearby koi pond and look at myself in the reflection of the water. You're being a fucking idiot. stop doing this stupid idiot shit. And this again, I just look down. And I realize that I need to stop being this impulsive asshole and be the captain that my crew deserve and need. And most of all, I just think, what would Pike do? And that would be to have faith in his crew. So instead of replying directly to Lorin, I instead tap my comm badge and contact Commander Rogeson.
Rogeson here.
Rogeson, I need you to pull the senior staff together and meet me down in my position immediately. Keep it quiet, but this is an emergency.
Alright, so everyone one by one you get an individual call. The first thing she asks is, are you alone? The next thing she tells you is that the captain would like to meet everyone at these coordinates at on Starfleet Academy. That goes for Lorin, that goes for everyone. Yeah.
Mazaka's gonna bring a Type 1 phaser to put in.
You can't.
Huh?
You can't. Starfleet Academy, they don't allow phasers. Only for security personnel. And even then, only for security personnel of the Academy.
Oh, that's right. Damn. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not allowed weaponry unless it's specifically approved.
You have claws.
You have an engineering kit.
So vacations do have claws. There is the Federation is not going to remove the claws from them.
Yeah, declawing is unethical, inhumane. Don't do it, people. Sorry. Carry on.
All right. Carry on. Yeah.
All right, so everyone sort of meets at the transporter room. Big quizzical. Iris is the last one to arrive, as she's the one that sort of organizes everything and looks around. Is everyone ready? We are going.
Yes.
Okay.
As ready as we'll ever be.
Yes, of course.
All right, everyone, get on the pads.
She nods towards the transporter chief, who sets up the transport, and everyone. I presume everyone gets on the transporter.
Everybody beams down, it sounds like, yeah.
Yep. And they arrive. They beam direct. Yeah, I'm gonna say they beam directly down to where you are.
They would need clearance for that. So they probably beam to a nearby pad, like I did.
Well,
Because I remember I said to keep it quiet. Beaming down to exactly to where I am is a bad idea.
Yeah, true. They would have beamed down to the pad, and then walked a couple of minutes. Iris pulls out a pad and just double checks the coordinates, and just leads everyone towards where Ted was when the call came in.
He's just standing there, looking a bit angered and concerned, holding a pad.
All right, what the hell's going on?
I might go to Rogeson, and then I had hand Stefan a pad. Guess who just popped back up?
It's rather bold of him to do so, especially in the wake of the Borg invasion. He knew you would be here, Captain.
He knew I would be here, and he probably knows I'm looking for him, which means this is an intentional move.
And likely a trap.
Yeah.
Did we know about him?
Oh, I've told you about him.
Yeah.
The only one that doesn't know about him is Lorin.
Yeah. So Loren's just completely lost.
Lorin has no idea, and he's just studying the captain and watching.
Give me an insight command, Lorin. I will allow medicine with a psychology focus.
I'm sorry, what?
Give me insight medicine with your focus. Difficulty 1. Okay, we get us first momentum of the day. So get the sense that everyone knows something about this, but has been keeping it secret. Everyone but you. There's definitely some tension regarding whoever this person or whatever they're talking about is, but you think it may be why that captain may be partly more reserved than you would expect. This is sort of the reason why things haven't been as open and as, just on the table as you would normally expect with a command crew. So there's some...
Before we get too forward, I'm actually going to step up to Loren. Lieutenant,
Captain.
I have something very important to ask you.
Of course, Captain.
Do you now, or have you ever been working with the organization known as Section 31?
Out of character question, would Loren have any idea what Section 31 is?
Give me a reason command.
Alright.
That's going to be pretty high.
Yeah, or maybe reason security. Ultimately.
I'm going to say reason command. There's a reason for it.
Okie dokie.
Difficulty. I'll say difficulty 4.
You could crit twice.
Okay, you were aware of a Section 31, but probably not the one that everyone else is thinking of. There's this organization that is responsible for the storage and care of cultural artifacts from many Federation worlds that has called itself Section 31. But you've never worked for them, you've never engaged with them, and from how you've perceived this situation, you're pretty certain that whatever this Section 31 they are talking about is not the Section 31 that you know.
No, Captain. I haven't.
Can I read him? See if he's telling the truth?
You can do an insight command check.
Alrighty.
If this is an opposed check, you can slash GM roll 2d20 at me, and if it's not, just don't GM roll me, and we'll
this is what we learned.
So actually, there is a feature on the character sheets now where you can do a skill check as a GM roll.
Oh, really? Where's that?
It's if you click the gear icon, and you'll see under the sheet type, it has public roll, whisper roll to GM, query whisper roll to GM.
Interesting. Nice.
Well, anyway, if that's the case, you know what to do. If it is not, just do nothing. Ted, you'll have to roll inside command.
Alrighty.
Nope. Not gonna roll.
You shouldn't have told us that. You should have kept quiet. 3. Damn.
Okay, so yes, he didn't roll. You get 2 momentum, and you get there is he knows of a section. You get the sense that he's just completely lost by your questioning, that he doesn't understand why you would ask him this.
WTF, Captain?
Yeah. It doesn't make any logical sense to him why you would ask him this.
Alright. I sigh. Satisfied with what I've learned. Alright, everyone walk with me. Loren, next to me. I'm gonna have to give you the the Cliff Notes version.
All right. So you
Of course, Captain.
do you want to give that down, or do we just want to brush over that?
Oh no, I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
So as I'm siblings are walking towards. All right. So first things first. He's in that building, as you can see by the news report I've just showed you. We're not. I'll explain this once we get there. And as I do, I'm going to talk to Loren. So, Loren, long story short, it seems to be an unauthorized organization within the Federation that seems dedicated to Federation interests to the point of the detriment of everyone else in the galaxy. They are essentially, what I can tell, the Federation's version of the Tal Shiar and the Obsidian Order. Albeit completely unauthorized and very illegal.
I see.
This Trill I met once, Keegan. He was a self-proclaimed agent of this organization, and is in my every intention to arrest him and to bring him to justice for his crimes. And I may have slept with him once. Okay.
Okay.
There's
That's
just
a lot
a
to unpack.
there's just this look of from Mazaka. He's holding it back, but the claws are coming out a little.
Okay, well, that's interesting to know, but irrelevant. How do you plan on arresting him? Do you have proof of anything he's done?
Well, he set up a kind of a watch program within our computer banks. A bit of a eavesdropping. He's essentially been listening on every single report I've sent. Hence the need to censor myself. And I apologize for my standoffish attitude towards you previously, but I had no idea if you were a plant.
That does, however, lead to the question, is that program something we can trace specifically to him? If we are to arrest him, our evidence will have to be airtight.
More to the reason, why did he show his face now, knowing you would be here? I mean,
Oh no, everything okay?
just my dog's going insane.
So,
You were saying?
But, sorry, just a moment, guys.
yeah, I think we'll have to wait for him to deal with the dogs before we can really continue with this. Let's.
But yeah, no, the game plan is right now is we're going to head to the building. Assuming that he's not going to try and beam out and basically just cause a whole bunch of attention on himself, he's probably going to try and leave the building through mundane means, which means that I want to have some of you out here as kind of lookouts, and I'm going to have maybe one or two of you come into the building with me.
I suggest, Captain, that we set up a perimeter around the building with the four of us and you go in alone.
I'm not so certain about alone. I want to have someone with me.
I'll come with you.
He is less likely to spring his trap if you are with company, but if you are with Mazaka, it will spur less suspicion, I think, than if it were any of the rest of us.
I was actually thinking Loren. I want him to get a read on this guy. It's possible he has any tells, anything we can use. Perhaps he can get a profile going, just with a little bit of contact.
It's entirely possible, yes, but I will admit, Captain, if things go wrong in there, I will not be much help in fighting.
I don't think he's going to resort to violence.
Do not underestimate your own spirit, Lieutenant.
I'll try and not do that.
But yeah, I assume we get to the building by this time?
Yes. So you organize, you inform everyone of what's going on. You come up with your plan. Safar, can I get you to do insight security?
You certainly can. Just one moment.
Difficulty 2, I'm going to say.
Difficulty 2. Insight is not my strong point. You said command?
Security.
Oh, security? Okay. Do I have observation or espionage focus that would apply here?
I'm going to say I will allow one of those. I'm not going to say
Okay.
which one, but you do have.
That's fine. And I'm going to take a momentum if it's all right with you guys.
Go for it.
Okay.
3 successes.
So you do get a success and no net momentum change. So at the moment, there are a number of potential outcomes. He might not even be inside. He might be still inside. He might have some kind of way to get out of there, bypassing the force field restrictors. You are pretty certain that he doesn't. You're fairly certain that bypassing the transport inhibitors would be something that would be a last resort. But
Kind of his ace in the hole, as it were.
Ace in the hole. But if other methods, if he is even in there to begin with, if other methods do not work, he will have his ace in the hole.
Yeah. Now, I'm a Vulcan with a highly calculating mind. What are the odds that he is still in there?
Give me a reason security. I'm going to say 3.
Reason security. Okay, guys, can I take another momentum?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I still have a focus that applies here?
I'm going to say you still have a focus. I'll allow your espionage on this one because this is.
Okay. I just realized I actually had 4 successes on that last roll hovering over, but I didn't have focus use selected. But all right, here goes.
Okay, well I will. Ooh, okay.
4 successes again.
4 successes. You get no mass momentum change.
Okay.
But actually, no, you do get an extra momentum. I'm clicking on the wrong thing. So you get the sense that he probably would have lookouts. It's what you would do. So with the whole gaggle of you present there, it's likely that you've been noticed and that he's already gone.
Yeah. Captain, there's a 86.24% chance that he or someone looking out for him has already noticed us and he has already departed.
That's assuming he doesn't want to speak.
Indeed, although he may choose to speak through one of his lieutenants.
Possible. Either way, he made the first move, which means there's something going on. All right, how large is the building? How many stories?
It's about it's not a huge. It's actually a pretty small building. 2 stories. Give me a reason command.
Sure.
Okay,
Crap.
you have. I'm going to bank the threat.
What are stories?
11 days!
You have no idea what the building is used for, so you're not sure what you're going to find when you're inside. You don't know the layout.
His astrophysics class was in there, and he forgot that entire semester.
Commander, refresh my memory. What's this building for?
Mzaka, give me a inside of reason, I will allow you to choose engineering. And Zarko.
Those are the exact same thing for me. So, do I have a focus in a place here?
I'm gonna say yes.
A
Okay.
Keegan focus.
No, there is a reason why you have a focus. That's enough. It's just
Okay.
a difficulty one. You actually remember coming here to do some coursework for computers. This is basically a tutorial, practical work area for your computer assignments and work area.
So, this is the Operations Division's computer lab.
Oh. That explains why I was never here.
Mm.
Alright. Alright, so here's how it's going to go. Me and Loren are going to go inside. Everyone else is going to stay out here or stay as lookout. If you find Keegan or anyone with him, do not engage. Contact us immediately and we'll all form up. And if anything goes wrong, I look over to Rogeson. For some reason, I don't make it back. You contact Captain Sungwo on the Amazon as soon as you can.
She just nods, not willing to sort of acknowledge out loud that something might go wrong, but still acknowledging it nonetheless.
All right. Everyone know what to do?
I got
Yes,
them.
sir.
Alright, so as the rest of the senior staff sort of fan out around the building, Lorien...
Before we go in, I'm going to do a quick check and see if Keegan shows up on the staff listing. You see if he might have inserted himself there.
Okay,
Not by name, by face.
alright, so as you... give me a reason command check. This is going to be a difficulty one.
This one, I'm gonna grab a command. I'm gonna grab a die just in case.
Go for it.
Okay.
For cautious. I'm good.
Okay, so you get a momentum from that, and you do find that there is a Keegan, G-A-H-N, part of the operation staff teaching computers.
You could have at least a little bit original. Asshole. All right. I'm gonna head inside. Is there some kind of front desk?
It's not really one of those kinds of areas. It's just separate rooms where you're expected to know where you're going.
All right. I'm gonna head to one of the nearby wall consoles and search for Mr. Gunn on the premises.
Okay, so you enter in, you find a console, and you search for his presence, and nothing gets up. But as you do, the screen changes, and there is a visual image of Keegan with a rather smug smile on his face. I just need to bring up the image and put it on screen, but go for it while I do that.
Really? Weren't you interested in a face-to-face talk?
That would have been preferable, but I don't do outnumbered quite well, so this will have to do.
All right. Well, I'm here. Talk. And I'm gonna create an advantage. Right before I went in, I would have set my comm badge to active channel, so everybody can listen in and hear what's going on.
Okay, I need to.
And even if it's a one-way conversation, that's fine because I'll still be hearing my side of it.
Yep. You can give me a control engineering check. Difficulty 2.
Yeah, mind if I grab a die for this one?
Take it.
Alrighty. Crap.
Okay, so
Can I reroll that one? I'm gonna spend 2 die to reroll. Or 2 momentum.
2 momentum.
Don't fail me now. Crap.
It failed you now.
Aw.
Okay, so what you don't get an active broadcast, but you're still able to. I'm going to give you this. You're still able to record the conversation.
Alright.
So as he goes, well, I did have some questions, but now apparently those questions have been answered. I do suppose I was going to give you another chance to join, but apparently it's pretty clear that you don't.
What the hell made you think I was going to change my mind?
Given time, maybe. I wanted to at least give you the opportunity. But since...
Ted just rolls his eyes.
But, well, since that is not an option, I've just decided to give you a farewell present.
What the hell does that mean?
Check the files and under Keegan. I'm sure you will find something that is quite interesting for you.
I did a little hand wave to gesture to Loren to do it.
And Loren will do.
All right, so give me another control engineering. This will just be a 1.
A control what?
Engineering.
Not a bad roll for me.
But Keegan, if you think this is the end of this, you got a long overdue thing coming.
Well, this is the end of it for now. Whether or not you find me, whether or not you try to do anything else, well, we'll have to see what happens when that comes about. But for now, I think I've had enough. Bye. And he just sort of cuts off the channel. While
My tricorder's flipping out immediately. I'm looking for any troll life signs on the building.
All right. So while that is going on, Loren, you find a file that is rather helpfully marked Keegan. It is some kind of data file that the file name suggests that he wants you to load it up onto your pad to read and take with you. You can read it on the computers in there if you want to. Before you do so,
He'll open it up on the computers here before downloading it to a.
No, that's a bad idea.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Put it onto a pad, disconnect that pad from any wireless, and then open it up.
Okay, I will do as the captain orders.
all right. So while Loren's doing that, give me a control science check.
Alrighty.
Difficulty 2.
Alright, in this case, I'm going to give you a threat for bold.
Okay.
That's why I did it.
Good call.
Okay, you are pretty certain there's no trill life sign. You are certain there's no trill life signs. There may be 2 other people total in this whole building.
Okay.
None
Was
of
I
them
for sure that Keegan's a trill?
You never did a scan. But
Bear in mind, I've seen this man naked.
you've you've seen spots go all the way down.
If he had an insertion scar, I probably would have found it.
You don't know if he's joined or not.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, the spots can't be faked, but
Um, what would you be thinking about focusing on as the difference? To
If
really,
if if he's not Trill, he could be any number of humanoid species that are within the Federation.
Thanks, preservers.
Yeah.
um, you're pretty certain is Trill. I mean, without having done a scan at the time, you can't really say for certain.
And he's probably no longer in the building. Just 2 other life signs?
Yeah, there's 2 other last ones, so you can check those. You've got a lock on them now. They seem to be in the same room, and they're not really moving much.
And they're not Trill?
They're not Trill.
He's rabbited.
Well, the commander did mention he might do that.
Yeah, I thought he was cockier than that. Whatever. Ted looks a little, honestly, pissed off that he didn't get a real confrontation, but other than that, he's gonna hold it together.
From the sounds of it and the way he was talking, another meeting is inevitable. You'll get your chance, Captain.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's go meet everybody else.
At this time, you've got a unnetworked pad with the file on it.
Do you want to open this here, Captain, or go with everyone else?
Yeah, let's go see everyone else before we open it up.
All right. As we're walking, can I go over the entire interaction between the captain and Keegan and do like a behavioral analysis in my
What kind of what would you be looking for specifically from that?
I basically want to start building a psychological profile.
All right. Give me a insight medicine with a focus, difficulty 3.
Do you guys mind if I take a momentum?
Go for it. This is exactly why I asked you to come along.
And I have cautious, so rolling now. And that's why I have cautious. Re-rolling one of those zeros.
All right.
Nice.
So you were able to put together a basic. There wasn't a whole lot of interaction there, so you weren't able to get a full behavioral analysis. But here are the things that you're able to get. He's certain that what he's doing is right. Even the methods that he have chosen to done them, which you are aware of what he's done. He's certain that the basically what he's done is worth the cost that has happened, and he's cautious, but not like he is confident in his abilities, but he's not overconfident. He was prepared for the eventuation that everything would just fall apart for him. So he was prepared for that. He was disappointed, but not necessarily surprised by it.
Okay. I'll share the little bit of findings that I have with the captain as we make our way up.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know too much of espionage. I mean, that correlates to what little training I received.
Hmm. If there's anything else from your encounter that you feel like sharing later on, Captain, it might help me to create a more in-depth profile.
Well, I know he's either a good actor or he's very good at playing to people's weaknesses, targeting them, understanding what makes them tick, and then attacking with pinpoint accuracy.
All right, I will add that. Lorena's going to hand over the data pad to the captain.
All right.
Thank you.
So you basically hand it over as you leave the building. The rest of the crew is there, scattered out.
Yeah, I call everyone together over comms.
None of you saw anyone leave any kind of particularly unusual activity around the building.
No active scans of transporters.
If someone was scanning, then I'll let them do a scan for that.
That would be me, since transporters
I think
are my
so.
thing.
Probably would have been too, like, understanding that we'd probably already lost the advantage of surprise.
All right, so this will be, I'm going to say reason engineering.
Okay.
Difficulty 3. So if you want to use a die.
Can
I will-
I, Bass, can I assist with
Okay, I will
Rosaka's role?
I will allow you to do a reason security assist.
Okay.
And I'm gonna.
Espionage or observation?
Yeah, I will allow espionage since this resolves in sort of like how like hiding and manipulating systems. So how he might have done
Okay.
that to
And I would like to take a die for an extra. Take a momentum for an extra die. Sorry.
Okay.
Go for it.
Dang.
Okay, so I said 3, didn't I?
You did.
You get a momentum, and you are certain that there was no transport activity. He was gone before you arrived.
Okay then.
Damn it. Really hoping I would have been able to catch him.
I don't think it's going to be that easy, Captain.
No. We're gonna have to find some way to lure him out.
Well, if we're luring him out, we already have the best bait.
Not necessarily. If he has given up on his attempts to recruit the captain, then he will not necessarily be interested in further contact.
Not unless we have something that he needs.
Or wants.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that right now, unfortunately. Alright, but he did give us his information, though, so I'm going to pull it up on the pad.
Okay, give me... no, I won't make you roll for it. So there is some information about undisclosed base somewhere near the edge of the briar patch. It details its position. Doesn't go into much about what the base was used for or its purpose or anything, but it does mention that it was decommissioned about 15 years ago, but has recently been unauthorized startup. The file also includes an image that you recognize as Commander Pelus. Commander Pelus is apparently hiding in this base.
Is this a Starfleet facility?
You would have. There is no mention in the data file of. I mean, it is. It was Federation built. Whether or not it is Starfleet
Okay.
is.
So it could have been a Federation scientific facility. Not necessarily Starfleet, more for civilian use.
It could be anything at this point.
Safan, Commander Seaweed, or Commander Rox and Seaweed could find out about this facility. Pelus. Supposedly. What do we think? Possible trap, or do you think he's just trying to get us to get rid of some dirty business?
I think he is trying to recruit us to a different purpose, Captain. He knows Pelus is a threat to Starfleet and the Federation. And he knows we have prior experience dealing with the Tal Shiar operative.
Not terribly fond of rising to any bait he puts down, regardless.
This may be less bait and more a favor.
Still, it's worth investigating, but we can't exactly go to command about this. Where do we say we got the information? An unauthorized, an anonymous source?
We do not. In the course of our rapid response patrols, is the Briar Patch within our area of operations?
I haven't necessarily agreed to that task yet.
Yeah, so information packet has been distributed to all the senior command. Essentially, your area of patrol is pretty nebulous. You would, if you were to accept, you would be allowed to pursue this on your own with little to no oversight.
Yeah, and that's if I've accepted it, and I've yet to make a decision. Still, I think I can swing something. I'll have a talk with an admiral, but I think I can get us out there. Let's head back to the Valkyrie.
All right. So while that is happening, Iris will do a reason command check to see if she can find any information about.
If I can assist with that as well, I'd be happy to.
Okay, so give me a reason security.
Quick question: is Safan also serving as our? Because I know he's both security and tactical.
There is a certain amount of overlap between security, counterintelligence, and intelligence, but I don't think I'm a dedicated intelligence officer role.
Okay.
So, am I doing this as an assist, Baz?
Yes, you are doing this as assist. I said reason security. I'm giving Iris her logistics focus here.
Nice.
I don't have a logistic focus. I have observation, espionage.
And I think Iris has a logistics focus.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Gotcha.
Iris knows how to run a tight ship.
Okay, that is another momentum. As you get into it, there is absolutely no record of construction of this type being made in the area that it is. There is no logistical reports. There is no command reports from the station. There is no reports authorizing the construction or defining its purpose. From what Iris can tell, it seems that it was a Section 31 base.
Are we sure it wasn't written off from Starfleet intelligence? They might have buried it.
Starfleet intelligence would still have had records, Captain.
And this could have been from the battle days. Before the Pegasus incident.
Well, you can't really be sure, but there is absolutely no record of there being a base ever existing, or anything being produced by the base, or anything even remotely hinting that there might have ever been a base there.
And then the question is, how did Pelus find it?
A question I'm sure your acquaintance would be happy for us to answer.
We're assuming that Pelus found it and that he's not been taken there. This could be a trap.
It's possible that Pelus has been the one being trapped. He was informed of the station for us to find him.
I'm with the lieutenant commander. This could entirely be a trap of luring us there with this ideal.
What's next to the Briar Patch? Is that place with that one that one group?
The Sona? Yeah.
Sona, Baku.
Oh, no, I know that in character. I mean, I'm saying that's what Ted's asking.
Oh.
It's a region of space with a large amount of radiation. Can't even travel through warp through the nebula.
Yeah, large pockets of Metreon gas, and I believe there was a planet there with I can't remember, but there was the Sona and Baku people, which were native to within the Briar Patch itself.
So didn't they come up for violations with subspace weaponry?
That hasn't happened yet.
No, we know
No,
about
that was established
That was a
by
historical
by
thing.
insurrection. Yeah.
Yeah, no, based on her recovered memories, Kalani would know this.
Yeah, no, I was assuming Kalani's there. We're all talking like the conference.
Yeah, no, she would know that the Sona had been helping develop subspace weapons.
So yeah, so you are all on board the ship.
Yes, the Sona were involved in developing subspace weapons as well as Varius. He worked with them to obtain their research on some occasions.
Terrific. We got a nebula full of Metreon gas, which last I recalled exploded.
It does.
Now the possibility of an entire group using subspace weapons.
It is not inside the cloud. It is about 1 light year away from there. It is close, but it is not inside. So you're not going to have to worry about Metreon gas, but the rest of it, you don't know.
I think there might be a possible listening post listening on the Sona.
Captain, I say we should just take this off of our list. Send it as an anonymous tip to Starfleet Intelligence. Let them handle it. This isn't our responsibility, and we certainly shouldn't fall for if this is a trap.
This suggestion is noted. But as it stands, Pelus is our responsibility. I'm not entirely fond of anyone else breaking him and what our damage they could do to people who aren't familiar with his tactics. And I just want to bring him down, if I'm being honest.
Can I do an insight check on the captain?
Very well. What are you trying to particularly look for?
Is he letting his emotions override his better judgment?
Okay.
Is his name Ted?
Inside Command, difficulty 1. If you want to try and stoneface this Ted, you're welcome to roll an opposition.
No, not this time.
Okay, so he got the 1 success. So are you letting your emotions get the better of you?
There's definitely an emotional component, but Ted actually feels that he himself and his crew are the best people to bring in Pelus at the moment.
Blanca files out away, you're fucking nuts, and continues on.
That being said, though, I have no problem of informing Starfleet intelligence of what we found. But I'm still going to, when I bring this up, I'm going to suggest to the Admiral that we're the ones who go after him. But I said to say we are a well-equipped ship for the task. And maybe I can put off giving him an answer with the task force.
Honestly, I almost feel like I wish we were part of it. Bringing in a support ship would be very handy if Pelus happens to be there. And if the worst comes to worst,
Would it be wise to start working with other ships in this task force now, before we need to work with them in the course of a conflict against the Dominion?
A conflict with the Dominion is not set in stone, no matter how many ships they're bringing into the Alpha Quadrant. And I'm not entirely certain that task force is the best idea for us. I still have my reservations.
Your reservations are noted, Captain. But if we're dealing with a situation that involves the Tal Shiar and the Federation's apparent equivalent, you'll forgive me if I wouldn't mind having someone checking our backs occasionally for knives.
I'll talk to the Admiralty. See what they suggest. Then, Lieutenant Loren, I'm sorry, we're going to have to reschedule that session.
That's fine, Captain. My door is always open.
Thank you.
And that goes to everyone. If any of you need to come and see me, you don't have to make an appointment. Just come find my office.
Kalani stays quiet.
And if that's still not good enough for you, my bar in my room is always open too. Just come see me, and not it first.
Loren's gonna laugh a little bit.
Alright, if nothing else, I have a call to the Admiralty to make, so this meeting is dismissed.
Alright, so as everyone gets up to leave, Ted, you head into your ready room.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to call Admiral...
Yeah.
I think we actually did establish an Admiral at one point, right? Who was it? Primary contact?
I told you Hayes in Discord once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're going to call Admiral Hayes.
So,
oh no, you dialed the wrong number and it's Nechayev!
Admiral Six Emperor Tyrannus, I mean, what?
McKinney Nechayev would want us to go. Nechayev would fling us at this.
So you get on to Hayes. Said, Captain, I've been waiting for your response. Have you decided what you're going to do regarding the task force?
No, I still haven't made a decision on that. This is actually regards to a different matter.
Well,
through an anonymous...
Sorry, I do have to insist that we get an answer within the next few days. Logistics and other things require that we get this started as soon as possible.
I understand, but this is a matter of importance.
All right, go on.
All right, I prepare a set of data file over to send it over to him. I prepare a data file to send it over to him. Words are hard.
All right, so
Admiral, through an anonymous source, I've received probable reliable intelligence of the location of Commander Pelus of the formerly of the Tal Shiar.
You look as he turns to a screen just off his side and starts going through the pad. Well, I can see that. What would you like to do in regards to this?
I'd like to go bring him in.
He stays quiet a moment as he just sorts through the information. I'm going to make him roll. And he looks at the pad. The fact that I am not aware of any kind of station like this is disturbing. Where did you get this information?
They were an anonymous source.
He stares you down for a moment. I'll make him do another roll. I'm going to give him threat. He's going to take a threat. Give him an extra die.
Is he trying to read me?
He is trying to read you.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 3 successes. What are you hiding from me, Captain? There is something going on here. He looks sort of confused as he says this, like unsure as to the situation.
Well, with respect, Admiral, I'm not entirely sure if it's quite in everyone's best interest to be revealing the source at this moment in time. And while I'm not entirely certain of the motives behind behind me receiving this information, I could at least... I'm pretty sure of its authenticity.
He stays quiet for a bit as he still continues to examine you, and he goes, well, very well, but after you go and see this Commander Pelus, he is no longer part of the Tal Shiar, so he does no longer have a rank. But after you see him, we're going to have a better talk. You're going to have to come see me in my office.
Very well.
All right. So the Valkyrie has permission. I'm sending through some orders. We'll make some orders up and send them through to you very shortly. I do believe the engineering crew is still yet to come and fully flush your system. So once that is done, you will be cleared and you will be allowed to get underway.
Thank you, Admiral.
Haze out.
And I'm going to politely wait for the orders to come in before I start telling us to set off. To at least play at SB.
Okay, so it's still there's still some engineering stuff that has to be done. The whole system wiped and reinstalled. It's gonna take about 6 hours to do. It's
probably speed that up to 4.
And for part of the time, all non-essential personnel will be off. Will have to be off the ship, just in case
Life support?
Life support will have to be temporarily down to reinstall the operating system. But
Man, Windows Update is serious business.
I mean, this is a full system, full clean wipe and reinstall. This is
everything short of literally pulling out the core and installing a new one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a full complete reset involving everything. So any terms of preferences and minor benefits of life changes will have to be reset. So Mzaka, you probably will have to be doing some calibration to get things back to the way you like it on the ship.
Aye. Calibrations.
Hope you backed up your bookmarks.
All right. So after that, the good thing is that the software that was monitoring you was also wiped, along with the holodeck simulation. So fortunately, you don't have to worry about Section 31 having to listen to what you say for now, or respond.
Good, because I was gonna have that deleted anyway. But yeah, as soon as that's up, we're out. I recall all our personnel.
Right. So
on missions.
Make Alvarado give me a con check. I'm gonna say difficulty 2.
Alrighty, gotta pull up his sheet. You want to think about getting a supporting intelligence officer character.
Who? Me?
No, in general, one of us.
I don't have a supporting character yet. I could do that.
Alrighty. Okay, so we're pulling up Alvarado.
Or I could just have Safan do it because he's Vulcan and doesn't know the meaning of leisure time.
That's true.
So this will be control con with the ship engines con for backup.
All right, yeah, he's gonna do. So helm operations. Boom.
Okay, someone do the ship.
Sarah, why don't you roll it? You haven't done much rolling tonight.
Are you by your computer, Sarah?
Can I not?
Okay, fair point. I'll do it.
Con crunch is real, yo.
That's
Engines
fair.
con, you said?
Engines con, yes.
Engines con. Booyah.
Oh God.
Oopsie doodle.
And then the Valkyrie explodes.
Well, the operating system updates are still in progress.
So as the ship starts to
Chugging sounds.
to leave dock, and initially there's no problems, but there is an unwelcome fluctuation within the APS conduits that Mzaki you're gonna have to deal with.
Did you leave it in? Did you leave it in park?
You just hear.
It's not as embarrassing as that, but with the complete wiping settings, it's not as clean as it really should be. So
Yeah, we're back to factory standards, not Commander Ibzaka standards.
There's just cursing and swearing and throwing of toolkits.
So give me a control engineering difficulty 3 check, please.
I would like to take a momentum, please.
Go for it.
And would this be EPS or warp field dynamics?
I'm going to allow. This is more APS.
Okay.
Literally electrician.
And give someone for the systems. Give me a engines. No, not engines. Give me a computer engines check.
I will do this.
Engineering. Sorry.
You got that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, operations department.
The operations department is on their thing. They managed to deal with this rather inconvenient situation that has arose, and managed to get everything back up to full power. And
Alvarado just has bad luck at the helm when we're not being shot at.
It is good that we discovered this before we left the system, Captain. It would have proven much more difficult to repair in the Briar Patch.
Yeah, we're in the middle of combat.
Indeed.
Well, looks like we're in for another shakedown, Cruz.
So for the rest of the cruise, things do go remarkably smoothly.
Yeah, how long until we get there?
It's going to be a few days, about 3 days.
11 days!
Not quite that many. It's going to be however many days a second's boat lasted.
Yeah, because assume we're just going at cruising speed.
Yeah.
And the Akira class's cruising speed is like slower than others.
Like
Yeah,
warp
it's like
6 or something, probably.
Yeah, it's warp 6.
So you do get into system, and you come out of warp in the system. So I'm going to take you onto the bridge. The base is in an asteroid belt that is between a Mercury-like planet and the rest of the solar system. There isn't much more to it. There's like a Jovian, like much further out, and a Pluto, just ice rock, bit further out than that. And that's pretty much the system. Just the 3 planets and the large asteroid belt that rings around the system.
Obviously, I'm going to ask a scan. Any sort of warp, what's it called? Warp signals, anything like that?
Warp signatures.
Yeah.
So Iris, since Lasan is currently also having some Gongrad in universe. Iris,
Just completely bedridden, yeah.
just completely bedridden. Iris will fill up the slack and use her sensor operations focus to do a standard roll.
Very nice.
This is a difficulty 2 reduced to 1, so I'm not going to bother about momentum.
Famous last words.
So Iris will get to roll. I better put the right things on. So this will be reason, science. Can someone do sensors science?
I rolled last time.
I got it.
I'll do it. No.
Oh no!
Brian's got it.
You said it the active, not passive.
Okay, so you did get the 1, so it is a successful roll, and you got another 1 from that.
Spend 2 to re-roll that 0.
Okay, so we will spend 2 momentum to re-roll. 1 dice with the focus. That is down to another 1, so you get a momentum back. So it only costs 1 total momentum.
Worth it.
So, as you scan, since you know what you're looking for, you have the data pad with the schematics of the base and so forth. You're able to pinpoint its location. You're doing warp signatures. Yeah.
Well, that just kind of a general scan in general.
Yeah, you're not picking up any signs of ships currently or formerly in this system.
That doesn't mean there isn't a cloaked ship in here.
The warp signatures do decay, so there might have been a ship within, say, the last week, no more than a week ago.
Can Mazaka take a chance to refine the sensor scan based on the knowledge that we've gained from having the Defiance cloaking device? Since, he knows Captain Cisco, he probably has been keeping up on that to see if he might be able to, do an anti-proton sweep like the Dominion did to penetrate a Romulan cloaking device.
Alright, so this will be...
Yeah, we can count on Cisco to be surreptitiously scanning that thing.
I'm going to say this is
Romulan
going to
cloaking
be
device.
a difficulty 4 reason engineering.
Okay.
Supported by proton sweep.
And if it wasn't Cisco, he probably brought in Garrick to do some scans.
I guess this would have to be computers science.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm double checking my my traits.
Might be determination time.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a determination time. This is definitely thinking outside the ship design box.
Yeah, since I will allow that.
I definitely don't have a focus here, but I am going to take a momentum for an extra die, just to be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to allow you to do engineering on this one.
Engineering, okay.
So this will be, reason engineering.
Okay. Well, there's the 4.
Okay, so computers science for the ship.
And I already have that open, so I'll just roll that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get the 4, which was needed. You're able to definitely prove there is no cloaked vessel here. Though you do get traces of there being one here previously. It's not here now, but there was one.
Some lingering tachyons.
Lingering tachyons.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Tachyons, blah, 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 blah. Romulans, blah, 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 blah.
Scan the base. Do they have any active life signs?
So Iris will be doing another scan to see what is going on with that.
Yeah, because if we're sure that he has no method of escape, that means we can go after him
Okay, so
in a safe manner.
this will be reason science for her. Census science for the Valkyrie. This will be a difficulty 2 with the reduction. 2 dice. She's going to take a dice because she learnt her lesson previously. And I minimize that. So now, with 3 dice, roll.
Oh God, Iris.
Jesus.
Good thing
Good
she...
lord.
Okay, she is firstly going to re-roll that.
Does she have a determination she wants to use?
Let's see what happens after this roll. Since she's already got a already got cautious science.
She has science 5, damn.
Well, she was a science officer to begin with, so 1. Okay, so she's got 1. She will re-roll.
Better than it
Use a
was.
determination to re-roll the other 2. Oof.
Well, the ship still needs to roll.
Ship still needs to roll. She's using her gotta see it all focus value.
What's the ship rolling?
Sensor
Sensor
science.
science. Well,
You are getting no love signs at all.
Considering it's a secret base, that doesn't tell us much. Is there a pattern signature? Anything of that sort? Is it emitting any kind of radiation?
I will give you there are power energy signatures there, but that's the only thing you're getting. It is operational.
Low torpedo base, Captain?
No. Hail the base. Yell alert.
hailing frequencies open, Captain.
Okay, so you've gone to yellow alert, so the shields are now up. And you attempt to hail. Give me someone. This will be a perfect time for Lorin's supporting character to roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me a I guess control security for this. Control engineering, sorry.
Also, because we're using a supporting character, that means they actually get something.
That'll be for the next
that's cool.
round that we'll add it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after this, I'll tell you what they get.
Okay.
Let me. Yeah.
Any focuses applying here?
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna allow linguistics.
Okay. And what's the target number?
The number of successes you need will be 3, supported by communications command.
Open a hailing frequency. Interesting.
All right. I'll just go ahead and roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Crap.
Okay, communications command.
Oh, sorry.
The ship.
For the ship. Okay, so you do get through, but you only get voice. There is no video, and the voice is, crackly. As you work out trying to get through that, there is some kind of interference.
Find out the source of that, and I point over to Roxon. Anyway, I'm going to start.
Interference seems to be the new update, Captain. Would you like to restart?
I swear to God, somebody turn off Clippy.
It's Hollow Clippy.
Unknown installation. This is the USS Valkyrie. Please respond.
You get a voice back. It is distorted. Give me an insight command.
Sure thing.
Difficulty 2.
I'm going to grab that last momentum because my insight is not great.
That and the way we've been rolling complications so far tonight.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's see. No, I don't really think I have anything I can use to identify a voice. Just diplomacy and anthropology.
But it is something I could do!
In fact, I will let one of the Cations roll an assist here. If you want it.
Yeah, sure.
I get an extra die to do it, so...
Your excellent hearing is being allowed to roll as an assist. This doesn't get your extra die.
And now I'm going to re-roll that one die because I can't.
So that'll be... What would this be? Insight command or security?
That's 3 successes.
So this will be... You will be insight security.
Okay.
So
that's 4.
Okay, you... With the two of you together, it does sound like Pelus, but there is there is something affecting the transmission. You're not entirely sure what at this point.
It's Discord being a pain in the ass again.
As far as Iris determining the signal, she will roll reason science. She will take a momentum as well.
Yeah, what's our current momentum count? Because we got 4 combined in the last roll.
Should...
So it's back to 1?
Yeah, so it's back to 1. So there is now no momentum with this spent.
Okay.
There. Okay, time to roll.
Whew.
Oh,
okay,
it comes
so
through.
Nice.
another sense of science from the ship.
I got this one.
So there is. You get 1 momentum back. And 2 momentum back.
Good.
Alright, so the interference is coming from the station itself. It is. The computer network seem to be directly interfering with it. As if
Is it
the
trying to
station
interface
doesn't want a communication to be sent out.
But we're still able to establish contact.
You are still able to establish contact, but the station itself is opposing us.
There aren't a bunch of mines with saw blades surrounding this facility by any chance, are there?
There is from initial scans there is no sign of any technology apart from the base itself.
No countermeasures?
No countermeasures. The only reason you're able to find it is that you already knew it was here.
Then yeah, how does the base respond?
You hear the familiar voice, even though thoroughly distorted, of Commander Pelus. Is else?
Can we clear that up, Eddie?
Is it possible for me to clear up the message anymore?
All right, give me a security, reason security, with a focus. And I'm going to say communications, engineering for the ship. So this is a difficulty 3.
I see one more.
Yep.
Thought he
What was
said
it
it
for
was
the-
difficulty 2. But okay.
What was it for the ship again?
Did I say difficulty 2?
You did.
No big. Communications engineering for the ship.
Yes. All right. Well, I will. Since I said 2 before, I will allow the 2 to go through. So you're able to clear it up, and you hear, "Please respond. Come in."
Unknown station. We reach you loud and clear.
You hear a moment of just silence.
Yeah, Pelus, it's me.
I thought so. Well, so what are you doing here, Captain?
Oh, little birdie told me you might be in the neighborhood. You want to tell me what you're doing right next to the Briar Patch in Federation territory?
Well, I would be happy to tell you, but unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here at the moment. I guess in terms of the situation and to alleviate concerns, well, let's just say to avoid the unpleasantness of a death order, I decided to flee, stumbled across this beautiful place, started up its computer systems to figure out what was going on, and let's just say found myself in a death trap.
How'd you find out about this place?
I was looking for a place to lie low. I thought this would be a lovely place, considering the briar patch is nearby, and people would more likely to look into a place like the briar patch than that unknown system, uncolonized system, uninhabited and uninteresting system That is close by.
You danced around the question, how did you find out about an unlisted Federation facility?
I was not looking for the system, for the base, but I found it. Unlikely, I know, but there we are.
I'd like to see if he's lying.
I was about to ask if Loren could do that too.
Alright, so, give me an insight command. This will be an opposed check. So he will be using 6 threat.
Jesus Christ.
That's just 3 extra dice. What could possibly go wrong?
And I will allow you to make individual rolls. So I'll allow one of you to go, then the other. I won't allow.
Alright,
you
I'm
to
gonna grab a
assist.
momentum for a die.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Trying to think if I could pop a value, but I don't think I think that's applicable. Oh, I think I do. No, maybe Starfleet's everybody out here for everybody. Damn it!
Okay, Starfleet's out here for everybody. That will work.
All right, I'm popping a determination.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So you have to beat. You have to get 5.
Jesus.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I better get a freaking 1 or I'm not doing it. Crap.
Okay. What was I rolling?
Insight command. I will allow your psychology focus to apply.
Wasted the determination. I'm mad.
I mean, we're close to the end of tonight anyway. It's all good.
I'm trying to see if one of mine would work here too. What about when it doesn't help, toss the textbook out the window?
Yeah, this is pretty textbook Romulan.
Okay. Then I don't think I have anything that would help here for a value. So
I will allow this to be a directive as you are investigating this. You're basically following an admiral's orders right now. So I will allow you to use a directive.
Okay. Using the directive for the crit. Got 4.
Alright, so you needed 5.
Dang it.
I got a single success on every roll I did for
Romulans.
So you were unable to ascertain the nature of what he was saying, whether or not he seems...
Is that 14th? Sorry to interrupt. Is that 14th threat what you have left after spending the 6?
Sorry, no, it never...
Okay.
There,
I'm just
sorry, there it is.
making sure you weren't sitting on a pile of it.
I did write it in, but I didn't finalize it. So there we go. So you are... You know what he said, but you're still suspicious. You don't have any real information to go off, though. So it's all conjecture at this point.
Well, moving on from that, Commander, you mentioned that somehow that base turned into a death trap on you?
Yeah, well, when we reactivated the computer systems, we didn't realize that the base had automated security systems that were also activated and, well, let's just say weren't friendly to Romulans.
How many people do you have down there with you?
Crickets.
You're going to have to give me a number.
There are 5 of us.
Okay. Are you currently in any danger?
Imminent? No, but let's just say that the long-term situation isn't looking positive. So I would appreciate assistance. You can almost hear him saying the last part through gritted teeth.
All right.
Captain, it may be worth asking just how badly he requires assistance.
You know, Commander Pelus, you might want to give a thought to the possibility of political sanctuary within the Federation.
I will happily discuss any such arrangements with you, but right now I would prefer to be safe while doing so. I am at your disposal, Captain, should I be rescued.
I'll hold you to that. Sit tight, hunker down, Valkyrie out. Like, cut communication. I tell communication to be cut.
Yeah. So,
Lustos will cut communications.
I turn to the rest of the bridge. It seems a little bit like he was gift wrapped for us.
I agree with that, Captain.
Are we able to get in contact with the base itself? Like not like the people on the base, literally the computer system.
I will make an attempt.
with the previous roles, I will allow you to do a difficulty 2 check to establish a connection with the computer system. So it'll be, let's say, reason engineering with communications engineering.
Well, hang on. I actually need to double check when I'm freaking thingy, because I want to see if that's a my thingy that applies here. Shut up! I'm not wording tonight.
Technical expertise, is that what you're talking about?
No, because that would apply to an extended task. This is split engineering's flaw, which doesn't apply here. Yeah, which doesn't apply here because that's a combat thing. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an. How many momentum is it to create an advantage?
I'm actually what I'm trying to do before we go further. I'm trying to literally contact the computer and see if my authorization will get it to shut down. Because I'm getting the feeling that Pelus was gift wrapped up to the point where Keegan basically wants to hand Pelus over to us, and he'll make that as easy as possible.
And I'm sitting here going like, I'm not trusting a strange computer system with my already malfunctioning computer system. Let me make a firewall, please, Captain.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 momentum to create that as an advantage.
Okay, so all right. So
rather than spend momentum, see if you can do it as a task.
So what I'm thinking of doing is allowing you to roll that into the communications task, but it will be at a higher difficulty.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna make it 3 then.
Okay. But I get the advantage then.
That will be, like as long as there isn't a complication.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna give you threat for an extra die.
Okay then.
You have 2 momentum.
Oh, I thought I just spent that.
Oh no! Rather than creating the advantage automatically, he's upping the difficulty to make the advantage.
Okay, well, I'm still giving him threat. So, and then I'm gonna spend those 2 momentum for the other die.
Okay.
So that's 4 die. I'm rolling.
Yes.
Let's see if I can't make us some momentum tonight.
I hope so.
Okay,
That's three.
so computers engineering from the Valkyrie.
Yeah!
Oh,
Very
two
nice.
momentum from the Valkyrie. So
Back to where we were.
back to exactly where you were.
Not a bad thing.
But our computer doesn't get hacked.
So you were
It's
able.
also not a bad thing.
So you were able to establish a computer connection to the base.
Are we able to get an identifier for the base?
It is not providing identifier, but it's basically just asking for a prompt. It's waiting for you to try and do something with it, but it's not giving any kind of indication of a name or purpose or functionality.
Hang on, gotta remember my DOS commands here.
Open a channel to the base itself.
So you have the connection to the base. You can tell the computer, the system, whatever you want it. You can try to anyway. It's waiting for input.
Base, this is Captain Tedorchesko, authorization code Beta Legacy 1179er. Please respond.
Authorization denied.
Come on, Keegan.
Permission to try and hack the authorization codes?
Oh yeah, it established an OBA connection. Let's see if we can break in.
Alright. Yeah, here I go.
And if that doesn't work, give me schematics on that base. See if we can find a way to cut into it.
Yeah, so I am taking a momentum this time for a dice.
Okay. So
What's the
this will
difficulty
be
on this?
this will be a difficulty 4.
The difficulty what? Sorry, you cut out for me.
4.
4. Okay.
Do you want Listos to help? He could, I don't
Please.
know, try and help.
Please assist.
All right. So Listos will be able to give give me a control engineering for Listos.
Any of my focuses apply?
Yes.
Oh damn.
And oh, okay. Well, I'm rolling 1 dice.
Yes.
Yes. Roll 1 dice. Okay, and now the Valkyrie communications engineering. Communications engineering.
Apparently,
See if you can install me as an administrator.
Yep, that's definitely being done.
You said communications engineering?
Yes. Okay, so that is 7 with a difficulty of 4. You get 3 momentum.
Yeah, I've set up an administrator account for Ted, myself, and Stefan.
Okay.
You probably wanted to add Robeson on there as well.
I am spending
Admin
threat
rights for everybody.
I am spending threat for an unknown reason.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is great.
All right, base. Once again, this is Captain Tedorchesko. Authorization Beta Legacy 1179er. Please respond.
Authorization accepted.
Base, deactivate all lethal countermeasures for boarding.
Deactivating countermeasures.
Lethal countermeasures.
Deactivating all lethal countermeasures.
I don't mind Pelus getting his ass shot off. Base, I'm going to be sending an away team over there. Ready yourself for transport. Basically, I'm asking the base to deactivate transporter inhibitors.
Transport inhibitors offline.
Perfect. Get a lock on Pelus and the other Romulans.
I guess that would be Rogeson, because
Okay,
they scam for them.
So Rogeson is going to scan. Reason science. She's going to use a momentum. This will be a difficulty 3. No, difficulty 2.
Zafon, have a security team be ready to meet them in transport of A1.
Aye, sir.
Yeah.
The sensor
We're also gonna
science for the Valkyrie.
We're also going to be about any weapons they might have had while in transport.
What science for the Valkyrie?
Sensors science. Yep, so that's fine. So rolling.
Yeah, Iris.
Captain, I'm not reading anything. Everything is still up.
Base, deactivate sensor camouflage.
Authorize camouflage offline.
I look back over at Rogeson.
She just shakes her head. Nothing's changed.
Is the station lying to us?
I'm gonna fucking insight the hell out of this thing.
Okay, give me an inside engineering.
Uh-huh.
Difficulty 2.
Emily.
I'm gonna
I'm
allow
a
Have it contest.
computers engineering assisted by the ship.
I'm assuming this is where my AI focus applies.
But maybe let me check some stuff.
It's computers and AI research, so
I will. Okay, I will allow that focus.
Computers and engineering, you said?
Computers and engineering.
and I'm taking momentum because computers lied to me. Oh no, you don't.
You're a toaster. You don't get to lie.
All right.
Somebody get me a flashlight.
So you've been able to access the system, but the system you're accessing is sort of overlaid by is an overlay for another system, and you don't know how to access the system underneath. The system you have accessed has acknowledged you, but it can't actually do anything.
It's a dummy operating
It's a
system,
dummy
basically.
operating system.
Damn it.
And that is where we're going to have to leave it for today.
Holy Christ.